Hello and welcome into PHLY Bets, presented by bet365. Find out why it's never ordinary at bet365. New users, use promo code PHLY365 at sign up, and you can get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when you deposit $10 and place a $5 wager. All right, football season has concluded, and hopefully everyone has cashed in big on your Philadelphia Eagles. Now it's time to turn our attention a little bit to the NBA, NHL, upcoming March Madness, and Major League Baseball seasons ahead. It's a shift in sports betting. It's an annual rite of passage every February, and here we are. So don't forget, Bet365 has perfected live in-game betting. They have great parlay offers in hockey and basketball, and there's 90 million users worldwide. So don't forget, they've pretty much nailed this. That many people can't be wrong. Tonight on the hardwood, it's coming up on NBA All-Star Weekend. And one game I'm looking at tonight, and then we'll get into a boost that Bet365 has on the NBA homepage. The Golden State Warriors and newly acquired Jimmy Butler are taking on the Houston Rockets. Amen Thompson is on an absolute heater in the NBA. Another triple-double last night, becoming a household name amongst NBA fans. They're at home hosting the Golden State Warriors. It's getaway day for these teams. I always like to go with the home team on NBA All-Star Getaway Day. The Houston Rockets are giving 6 points to the Warriors tonight. I'm going to roll with the Houston Rockets minus the 6 in this one. And a little prop that caught my eye as well. Amen Thompson, 20-plus points. He's averaging about 18 on the year. But you can get plus 150 odds on a 20-plus point performance out of him. So we're going to roll with the Rockets minus 6 over the Warriors and 20-plus points for Amen Thompson for a little plus 150 action. All right. Now, Bet365 has some awesome bet boosts that are there for you. If your creative juices aren't flowing and you're not cooking up a same-game parlay, creatively, well, they offer some for you up there. And one caught my eye tonight. It's a boosted two-leg parlay for plus 622. And that is Zion Williamson and SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to each have 30-plus points in the game. You get a little 622 action on that, almost a little more than a 6-to-1 return on that. Now, Zion has scored 2 of his last 3 games. He's had over 30 points. And in that 4th game, he had 28. So he's hovering around that 30-point performance a lot lately. And you figure All-Star, right before the All-Star break, maybe a full effort from the big fella. SGA, on the other hand, well, he's had 30-plus in 3 in a row and 5 of his last 7 games. He seems like the easy portion of this one. If Zion can give you a 30-plus point night, a little plus 622 action, that's something sweeter than Yoo-hoo right there. So I'm going to roll with that bet boost tonight as well. Now, switching over to the college hardwood, it's a big weekend of action in NCAA hoops as we start gearing up for March Madness. Tonight, going with a little local action. Going to take the Fightin' Drexel Dragons minus 1.5 over Hampton University. That's down in Hampton. But give me the Drexel Dragons there. Number 7, Memphis. Going to roll with them minus 7 over South Florida. So there's your Thursday night action. But listen to some of these games. Lines aren't out yet on Bet365, but there's some big games this weekend in college basketball. Number 16, Wisconsin is heading to Purdue to take on the number 7 Boilermakers. You got the number 6 Houston Cougars traveling to Arizona to take on the number 13 Arizona Wildcats. And then the game of the weekend, everybody has always said the SEC is a basketball conference. It's not a football conference. It's a basketball conference. And the number 1 Auburn Tigers are are at Alabama to take on the number 2 Alabama Crimson Tide. That's the game of the weekend. Should be a fun one with lots of action forthcoming on Bet365. And then another top 25 matchup to keep your eye on this weekend as well. Number 22, Mississippi State is heading to Ole Miss to take on the number 19 Fighting Rebels. So the college hardwood, jam-packed with action this weekend, a ton of top 25 matchups, and make sure you're keeping your eyes out for those on Bet365. Now, one of my favorite bets to make across all of sports betting are MLB futures. I love betting season totals. I love betting Cy Young and MVPs and all of that. So over the course of the coming weeks leading up to MLB kickoff, we'll be starting to preview some of these. Now, the 3 we're going to hit on today are some division winners. We're going to do a little AL West, a little AL Central, and then near and dear to Phillies fans' hearts, the NL East. Right now in the AL West, odds to win the division. The Houston Astros are plus 150 and the favorite. Alex Bregman last night signed with the Boston Red Sox, so they lost their third baseman there. Texas Rangers are second in the division at plus 200. The Seattle Mariners come in third at plus 220. And then, come on, let's be serious with these last 2 teams. The Angels at plus 2,000 and the Athletics at plus 2,200. You don't even need to waste $1 betting on those teams to win the division. But this one jumped out to me. I consulted with my seam head partner here at PHLY, Tyler Zulli, and he agreed with me. I didn't tell him my bet. I said, who do you like in the AL West? We had the same pick. One of the best rotations in baseball. I doubt Julio Rodriguez is going to have as funky as an offensive year as he did last year. Give me the Seattle Mariners. They were neck and neck with Houston for a lot of last year because of the rotation. I think the offense will get a little bit better this year. Give me the plus 220 action on the Mariners to take the AL West. Looking at the AL Central, the Minnesota Twins are plus 210 to win the division. Detroit Tigers right on their heels, plus 250. Cleveland Guardians right on their heels at plus 275. Kansas City Royals plus 300. And then the Chicago White Sox, a hilarious plus 25,000. Don't even waste a penny on the White Sox. You are not going to find many division races where the difference between the first and fourth place team is only 90 points on the betting scale. This is a really tough one. I kind of feel like going with the Royals just for a little 3-1 action on this. Guardians are always a fun bet. Can the Tigers repeat? Should the Twins be the favorite? I suppose so. This is a really tight one, but I'm going to take a little bit of a longer shot here and go with the Royals just because I'm a bettor, and I like that 3-1 action there. Now, looking at the NL East on Bet365 right now, the Atlanta Braves, for right or wrong, are the division favorite to win the NL East. They're plus 140. The New York Mets come in second at plus 185. 185. And the Phillies are tied with them at plus 185. The Nationals plus 12,500 and the Miami Marlins plus 25,000. Don't even worry about them. I don't think I'm being a homer here. The Braves are going to improve. They also lost Max Fried. Are they going to get a repeat performance out of Chris Sale this year? I doubt it. They are getting Acuna and some of the other injuries back. But I still think this is going to be a tough division for the Braves to win. The Mets, their pitching is so-so. I kind of like the Phillies here a little bit. I know it's hard to repeat as a division winner, but Jesus Luzardo as the number 5 pitcher. The bullpen, I know, took some hits, but we'll see if guys step up there, Orion and some others. Plus, you're going to have Andrew Painter entering the mix, which is going to be a mid-season addition to strengthen this team. I like them plus 185. I think it's decent return on this team. So those are my picks. I'm going with the Mariners to win the AL West, plus 220. Phillies to win the NL East, plus 185. And then I'm going to take a quote-unquote long shot with the Kansas City Royals to win the AL Central. So we'll be previewing more and more of these futures bets. The futures tab for MLB is awesome on Bet365. Make sure you're checking it out. Quick little golf play for the Genesis Invitational. I'm going to go with Ludwig Aberg to finish top 10. A little plus 180 action. And then they have an enhanced odds boost. Rory McIlroy to win the Genesis Invitational plus 800. So going to sprinkle some little golf bets in there for this weekend as well. I do enjoy getting 4 days of enjoyment as long as your guy makes the cut on these golf bets. But don't forget to check out Bet365. Use promo code PHLY365 at sign up. And remember, if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Don't bet above your means. Sports gambling is supposed to be fun. Don't go into this as a new career, unless, of course, you're really good at it. Then congrats to you. But use it to enjoy the bets and enhance your viewing experience. And please don't bet above your means, people. This is supposed to be fun. Until next week's edition of PHLY Bets, I'm Jamie Lynch, and I'll see you then.
We all silly like the mayor.